Two receivers to the left. One's going to go in motion. They're going to hand off to Robinson. Big hole. He's across the 10, the 15, and he'll spin and take a pretty good lick from the safety back there. But I think he's got enough for a first down for Russellville.
Yeah.
That'll be their first down of the game, and they do. They give him the 18-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup. And, they have some speed, but that Rent Bennett put a lick on Kobe Robinson. Kobe pops right back up. And Russellville looking at 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Gives them a little breathing room. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Gabe Hogue in motion. Whitford pumps. He's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He threw in the area of Gabe Hogue. I think Gabe was out there as a blocker, and I think Whitford just felt the pressure and is trying to get rid of it. He might not. He might have go in there, but if it was, then that was a miscommunication. 2nd down and 10. For the Cyclones. Both teams have had a possession. Both teams end up punting. Russellville's on their 2nd possession right now. 7:08 left to play. Whitford under pressure. He's going to turn and wrap around handoff to Kobe Robinson. He ends up gaining a yard. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't see the handoff. So
I didn't either.
It fooled me. Kobe now with that 1-yard pickup has 14 yards on 4 carries. Russellville, though, looking at a 3rd down and long situation. They started this drive at their own 6. Robinson got a first down on a 10-yard carry. They're looking at 3rd and 9 right now. Whitford going to roll to his right, away from pressure, throwing, and it's going to be incomplete. Again, he's got such a strong arm. He's throwing into a very stiff wind, and he still overthrew Gavin Graham. That's the 2nd time that he's overthrown him on that rollout, and maybe just a little amped up. Usually quarterbacks, their passes float and are like wounded ducks against the wind, but not Whitford. Strong kid. However, Russellville will have to punt. Ben Hallmark, who punting into the wind, didn't get a great punt, but that's understandable. Kicks this one away from the return man. It's low. It's going to take a Cyclone bounce across the 50 and be down at the 46-yard line. Ends up being a 35-yard punt. You can't judge Ben Hallmark on his punts tonight when he's punting from this end because of that stiff wind.
Yes, again, a good strong punt by Hallmark again into that wind. 35 yards, I think, is real good to punt it tonight.
Well, Little Rock Parkview started their first drive at their own 41. Drove to the Cyclone 39-yard line, and then Trey Potter put an end to it there. They had to punt. They're going to start this one at their own 46-yard line. Two receivers to each side. We have no score. They're going to turn, throw a pass. It's complete. After it was almost incomplete, it bounced off the hands of the receiver, hit a defender, and then right back into the hands of the receiver. So that was complete to Jakelin Haney. Never seen that before. Now we have a stoppage of play. Man, the white hat. He waved it. He waved to stop the clock. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
But all right, now they've got it set. They have it at the Cyclone 49-yard line. And now Rogers going to keep it himself for his first official carry, barring a flag. He's got the first down, I believe, at the 44-yard line. But hang on a minute. If it's official on this side, okay, it is. They're going to give him the 44. I'm going to say he may be a half yard short. He did have one carry, but it was negated by a holding penalty. And Landon Rogers, very similar to former Razorback quarterback Matt Jones. He's 6'5". He can run like that. He has a stronger arm, but with a hand injury, we're expecting to see him run. But he's very elusive, and he runs fast even when it looks like he's not running fast. On 1st and 10, he's going to throw far side. It's going to be picked off. It's Caleb Gray. He's running at the 40, looking for a wall. He's across the 45 at midfield, at 45-yard line at the 40, breaking a tackle, and then caught from behind inside the 35. And Caleb Gray has just set the career interception for the Russellville Cyclones.
All the Cyclones are gathering around him. They know he set the record. That came at a great time for the Cyclones. Good defensive play by Caleb Gray.
He was in a three-way tie for career interceptions, and he just broke the record. Probably should have broken earlier this year because had one taken away. It's a 26-yard return, and let's see if the Cyclones can turn this into points. They're at the 34-yard line of Parkview. Kobe Robinson is going to take the handoff from Whitford. They almost had a fumble on the exchange. He'll get a yard to the 33. It looked like Whitford didn't want to get rid of it, or maybe he was reading it and Kobe just took it. Not sure.
Well, they went right up off the left tackle. And gained about a yard and a half.
Second down and 9 for the Cyclones. Whitford going to roll to his right. Looking, and he's going to slip down, stumbled forward, gets the 36-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 on the play. And Caleb Gray, you know, he tied the record officially on a pick 6 against Van Buren. He was tied with Steiger and Tryon, and then he just broke the record there. It's really hard to get stats out of Little Rock Parkview. I know Rogers last year only threw 2 interceptions. Well, he just threw 1 tonight. Here's a throwback here, screen pass complete to Brady Burnett, but he can't shake the arm tackle, and Russellville going the wrong direction. A completed pass here for -4 yards.
Yeah, they had his arm. They also had his jersey and pulled him down by it. So
the problem is the 2 defensive tackles for Little Rock Parkview are fantastic, and so you got to throw quick stuff, misdirection there, but Parkview's speed took over. It's a completed pass for -3 yards. Russellville on 4th and 15, a hard count. Are they going to go for it? What are they going to do? They have the ball at the Parkview 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to go for it. Whitford is going to throw. Ball's batted up in the air and incomplete. It would have been they will only gain 2 yards on that. I thought maybe Russellville was going to try to pooch kick it into the wind with nobody back. Russellville went for it, but the ball was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And so turnover on downs for Russellville. And Parkview has the ball at their own 39.
Parkview may start keeping it on the ground after that interception, but sure would like to see Rogers try to pass again. I think we can pick him off again.
First down and 10. And here's the handoff here to Joyner, and he stumbles forward to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Caleb Gray, number 27, was in on the stop.
Six-yard pickup for Joyner. He's got 28 yards on 4 carries. Ball at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff on the sweep. I think this is Eccles, number 7, and he's about a yard shy of the first down. Willie Eccles, number 7, does carry there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. You give him the 48-yard line, 3rd and 1. Eccles has 2 carries for 11 yards.
You have to be thinking this quarterback carrying the ball up the middle. There he goes.
Yep, there he goes. He's going to keep it. He's got the first down into Cyclone territory, and he'll be tackled at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, went right off his left tackle, and somebody that's 6'5", you know, if he's running leaning forward, he's going to, when he falls, he's going to gain.
Well, he's obviously their best player. He's a commit to the University of Arkansas, and I say this again, we watched 3 of his games, and the one against Van Buren last week, I was surprised how long it took him to actually start running. It seemed like it was 2 drives before he actually started keeping it himself. He took over that game in the 4th quarter. They're looking at 1st and 10. Quick snap here, and they're going to give it to Eccles running. And this is Joyner, and he broke a tackle at the 45. He's across the 40, a pickup of 8 yards on the play. And Russellville, it's going to be tough if they're going to be able to get 8 yards on first down. It makes their play calling a lot easier. And right now, they're averaging 4 yards on first down.
Well, we're meeting them at the line of scrimmage. We just can't get a good solid tackle on them there. They've got the speed and the quickness, but we're going to have to wrap them up at that line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 2 for Parkview, and they're going to milk a little clock. We have no score. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first quarter. On a windy night, the wind is at the back of Parkview. And they're going to turn and hand it off to Joyner. He's got the first down straight up the gut, stumbling forward inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They look like whatever the adjustments they've made from their first 2 drives seemingly has worked against Russellville here, because they've driven from the 39 all the way down to the Cyclone 28-yard line.
And they're really not running outside. They're going between the tackles.
Well, it's taken them 5 plays to go 33 yards on this drive. They have it 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 29-yard line. Empty backfield now for Rogers. And it's a bad snap. It's over his head, and now we have a stoppage of play. Boy, that couldn't have come at a worse time. It's a false start against Parkview, and Parkview's probably happy about that. because that was going to be over the head of Rogers, and I'd rather have them lose yards and lose the down. But it's just going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's still going to be first down. Because I think it was a running play, so they couldn't have thrown the ball downfield. They'd have had an ineligible man downfield. 1st and 15.
Same formation.
And, yep, Rogers going to keep it on the quarterback draw. He's across the 30, 25-20, and he may go the distance. He does. Straight up the middle, and he goes 34 yards for the touchdown. Landon Rogers carries it in, and Parkview draws first blood here with 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and they lead it 6-0. On to try the extra point, Giovanni Revoletta, number 13. The holder will be Rogers. As Parkview leads it here by a score of 6-0. It's up. It's definitely long enough, and it's good. 7-0 Parkview. Will take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 7-0, getting ready to receive the kickoff here on Parkview's third drive of the game. The scoring summary: they go 61 yards in 6 plays in just 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Landon Rogers, a 34-yard touchdown run on the quarterback draw right up the gut. You can see why he's going to play for the Hogs, and you can see why he reminds me at least of Matt Jones, because of the way he just carried that. Didn't seem like he was moving fast, but he was putting distance between him and everybody else. Brady Burnett going to retreat back to the 8-yard line to return this kick. He's across the 15. He's at the 20. He ducks down there and be tackled at the 21-yard line. It was kicked towards the middle of the field, and he ran a little bit more over to the right, trying to get some blockers. It's a 13-yard return, and Russellville trailing 7-0 here with 32 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. So they won't have to go into this win much longer, but really I don't think the win has affected much of the passing of Braden Whitford as much as they've been affected by the defensive line of Little Rock Parkview. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Whitford this is Latrell Thomas. He's going to fake it to him, try to keep it himself, and he does a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Just not much going on there. It's a tough team to run on because of that defensive front.
Well, it's a tough team to run right up the middle. Now, I don't know about the outside. We haven't run one yet to get to the outside, except one. Kobe Robinson got to the outside and gained some yards.
Well, they got that was on it was between the guard and the tackle, and then he bounced it outside. Yeah. They got speed on the outside. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Russellville lets it run down. They trail 7-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Cozy Furniture on East Parkway across from Comfort Inn and Suites loves and supports the Russellville Cyclones. Come in and see Joey and Dee, your local expert Tempur-Pedic dealers, and get the mattress of your dreams delivered to you free of charge. Check out Cozy Furniture on Facebook and Instagram, or shop online at koziihome.com today. Come visit the knowledgeable staff at Cozy Furniture, where the River Valley shops for Tempur-Pedic. Go Cyclones.
Are you having trouble deciding which Medicare plan to meet your needs? Is your mailbox full of mail from multiple insurance companies regarding different Medicare plans? Hi, I'm Mike Giroux. Finding the right Medicare plan doesn't have to be frustrating and confusing. Help is just a phone call away. Call Giroux & Associates at 479-857-2810 for an appointment and let us help you find a plan to meet your needs. We represent multiple insurance carriers, and we will help you find a plan that is right for you. Call Giroux & Associates today at 479-857-2810 to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 7-0 as we start the second quarter. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 21-yard line. Latrell Thomas It's the first time we've seen him. He started this drive. He's in the running back. Whitford back to pass, looking left. Nothing there. He's going to throw it. He's looking for Graham deep, and Graham can't come up with it. Just out of his reach. Got a little bit of space, but it was just out of his reach at the 40-yard line. Russell taking a shot there.
Well, had to win at his back. Graham had a step on the defender, not much, but at least he was out running him.
Bring up third down. Boy, you don't want to go 3 and out right after they scored. But Russell's going to have to convert here on 3rd down and 10. Whitford back to pass, stepping up in the pocket again, throwing downfield. He'll overshoot his target. I'd say it's at the wind at his back, but he was overthrowing with the wind at his front. And that one was going for Graham and overshot him by about 4 yards there. And so Russellville going to look at 4th down and 10, and they're going to have to punt the football away.
I think we'll see a difference in Hallmark's punting with that strong wind at his back.
They come after it, but they don't get it, and it's going to be caught at the 41-yard line. Breaking a tackle. There is the return man. He's across midfield down the right sideline. Got a crackback block. That's got to be flagged. It is.
It is.
And this is going to go for a touchdown, but it's being called back. That's a dirty hit there, and I don't mean it's a crackback block, which is illegal in high school football. I think they did it on Caleb Gray. I'm not sure who was the one that took the brunt of the hit, but as a flag back here at the 44, they're going to move it. Yeah, I was going to say it's about the inside of the 30. The 40. It's at the 38-yard line, so it's going to negate the punt return. And the crackback block, what it is somebody's in chase mode is what they call it. If you watch these videos, which I do for the officials, is somebody in chase mode that's obviously not going to make the tackle. It is illegal in high school football to come back, appeal back, and knock them down. And hey, that's the rule. And that was also wide open in front of everybody, and so that's why we were able to call it as it happened. It ended up being a 38-yard punt. The return, they're going to give them the 38-yard line, I think, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty from there. We'll try to sort this out.
Well, the coaches are complaining a little bit, but as you said, it happened in front of everybody. They should have been able to see it. It was right over close to them.
Well, it's gonna put them back on their own territory. Now it's still going to be 1st down and 10. And now let's see.
Rogers has it.
He's got straight up the gut. Look, the same play they scored on. He gets across the midfield to 1st down to the 42-yard line. And a 1st down for Rogers on the 11-yard pickup.
And they're running between the tackles. They're not going to the outside, and that surprises me with their speed. But right now they don't have to.
Now they got a good offensive line. They usually try to run. Here's one trying to bounce it a little bit outside. As this is Eccles, he gets across the 40 inside there to the 39-yard line. Now they've got a strong offensive line, and they like to run between guard and tackles too. They do give him 4 yards on the play, so it's 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 6. We'll get it right here in a minute. Rogers going to turn and hand it off to Joyner, straight up the gut, and he's got the 1st down to the 31-yard line, and now they're just imposing their will on Russellville right now and just making holes for him. Russellville needs something good to happen, need another turnover.
Yeah, fumble would be good right now.
Russellville trails 7-0, 10:22 left to play here in the 1st half. And Parkview's picked up their pace a little bit on this drive. Rogers going to turn, hand this one off to Joyner, straight up the middle, breaking a tackle. It gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pickup of a couple.
Dalton Hallmark, 64, took him down and ran right into his arms.
Russell trailing by a touchdown here. 9:55 left to play 1st half. 2nd down, 8 for Parkview there at the Cyclone 29-yard line.
I like to hear that 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they're averaging 7.4 yards a carry on first down or a play on first down. So it's good when you can stop them less than 5. 3 wide receivers bunched to the right, little turn, and pitches this one to Eccles, and he's following those blockers. He's inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Eccles on the carry there for Parkview. He ran out of bounds.
And where are they going to put it? At the 24. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. The Patriots are 2 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. Russellville would love nothing better than to stop them here. They may go for it. I doubt they kick into this wind if it's a field goal try.
Watch the quarterback up the middle.
He's going to move the running back to his left, and he is going to. He tried to bounce this one outside. Russellville dodges a couple tackles, puts his hand out, keep his balance, and he gets inside the 20. Yeah, there's going to be a flag. It's a hold on a wide receiver over here, so it's going to push Parkview back. The flag is at the 22. He made the 18-yard line. So it's going to negate the run once again, 10 yards from the spot. End up being about an 8-yard penalty.
Russellville's finding out you can't arm tackle this guy. You can't hit him with one arm around the ankles. You literally have to wrap him up.
Yeah, but he's so elusive, and he's 6'5". He's a tall kid. And might see him throw here, maybe not. Maybe they don't want to risk it. He's already thrown 1 interception to Caleb Gray, who set the all-time record for career interceptions with 11 for his career. It's 3rd down and 11 for Rogers and the Patriots. He's going to throw a backwards pass. This complete to Joyner, and he's going to be wrapped up. This could be a loss of 2 yards. It's a running play. And Russ will sniff that one out. Loss of 2, bring up 4th down and 13.
Dalton Hallmark again was right there waiting on him. I think they're going for it. No, they decided to kick.
Yeah, they're gonna play field position. They've got a 7-0 lead. They're going to try to pin Russellville back. Their kicker's number 17. I do see him on the field. It's T.J. Jordan. Russell was in this position in the first quarter, went for it. Run everybody up front. Russell's really good at blocking kicks. It's an odd formation, and they're going to run for it. They're going to run for it, and Russell's going to tackle him 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. How about that?
That was great.
Running with it was Trip White, who was the only man back. He had to get 13 yards, and a very odd call, even with the wind against you. I mean, you've got the ball at the other team's 35-yard line. You figure even if it's a 15-yard punt, you're going to pin them inside the 20. They run, they lose a yard. Cyclones take over with much better field position than they had on that one drive where they started their own 6.
And I think that was Brady Burnett who actually brought him down.
8:08 left to play here in the first half. Quick first half. We're not used to this. Russell trailing 7-0. Got to get something going offensively. Russell is going to hand it to Caleb Gray on the fly sweep, but it's blown dead. It's a false start against the Cyclones. It'll be the first penalty on Russellville. Penalties never come at a good time. Well, hardly ever. They had a penalty that came at a good time for them when they snapped it over the quarterback's head, but this one comes at a tough time for the Cyclones. It'll be 1st down and 15. Russellville averaging less than a yard on first down plays. They need something good to happen on first down, and that wasn't it. 1st and 15. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Send a back out of the backfield, so it's going to be an empty backfield for Whitford. Back to pass. He's going to move to his left, trying to avoid pressure. Spinning away from pressure. He's got some open space, running to the right side. Still behind the line of scrimmage. Throws. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. He was trying to go to Kobe Robinson. Trapping that play was Tavion Haney, number 10, and he almost suckered Cyclones into an interception there.
Well, we dodged a bullet there. It hit his hands.
Yeah, if he would have kept his balance, it might have been a pick 6 going the other direction. Russellville very fortunate there. Looking at 2nd down and 15. Usually passing is Russellville's strength, but they're 1 of 9 for -3 yards. Russell trailing 7-0. Clock stop with 7:55 left to play here in the first half. Man in motion is Caleb Gray. They're going to roll to the right. Looking throwback left. It's complete to Brady Burnett. at the 35-yard line across the 26. 26. Problem is that's 4 yards shy of the first down. I don't know if that was a pass or a run. I couldn't tell if it was a backwards pass or not. But Russellville ends up losing yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 18. Russellville just can't get anything going offensively. Usually it's the passing game that's working, but Russellville, 6 total yards. But only trails 7-0. That's the good part. Russellville looking at 3rd down and forever here. They need the 45-yard line for a first down. Whitford, he's going to step up, pump, and he's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He was hit as he threw, so the ball was nowhere near any a receiver because he was hit from behind, and it wasn't intentional grounding because he was hit from behind. But Russellville looking at 4th down and 18. They're going to have to punt the football away. Willie Eccles, who had a punt return for a touchdown, called back because of a crackback block. And really, they didn't need to do that, so the Parkview shot themselves in the foot on what could have been their 2nd touchdown. Hallmark gets this one away. It's a beauty. It's going to go over the head of Eccles. He didn't see it. He looked at the pursuit, and it went right over his head, bounced about 2 yards behind him. It's going to be down by Russellville at the 33-yard line.
And that was playing it a little dangerously. If that ball had hit him,
yeah,
it's a live ball, and we had defenders down there.
Yeah, he took his eye off it briefly. You saw him look at the pursuit, and then it's almost like he couldn't find it. And the ball almost hit him when it came down, then almost hit him again when it bounced back towards him. It's a 40-yard punt with no return. Russellville trailing 7-0. 7 minutes left to play first half. Parkview will start at their own 33-yard line. Their average starting position for their drives is a 44, so you feel like this is a little bit of a victory. Rogers going to turn, pass, complete, incomplete. Right in the hands of the receiver, and then he dropped it. Started to run with it before he had it, and Cameron Dunnick didn't do his quarterback any favors there.
Yeah, the coach needs to tell him, look, you stay still until you catch the ball and then take off.
You can hear the wind picking up here. Well, they've had issues with receivers dropping passes. It happened last week in one of their passes against Van Buren that might have gone for a touchdown. They had a lot of drops against Benton. They got fast wide receivers, but they had problems making that connection. And here's a sweep play, and they've got the first down. Russellville trying to stop him as he gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And I tell you, if I'm Parkview, I don't know why they do anything else. That's a 13-yard pickup there on second down to pick up the first.
Yeah, when Joyner runs, when he goes around on that sweep, he doesn't turn and face the defense. When he turns upfield, he will turn sideways, and we miss him. We can't get our hands on him.
He's got 10 carries for 55 yards. Parkview leading at 7-0, milking the clock now a little bit. They break the huddle with 18 seconds left on the play clock. 6:45 left to play here in the first half. Handoff up the middle, and not much going there. They'll pick up 2 to the 48.
I think that's about the second time we've stopped them short on first down, which is a good thing. We need to keep doing that.
Cold, chilly night here at Cyclone Stadium. Strong north wind blowing into the face of Parkview right now. You can hear it in our crowd mic. That's what that muffle sound is. And Parkview taking their time. Leading 7-0 because they're milking the clock. They don't like going against the wind either. But they don't throw very much. But still, they're taking their time. Rogers going to fake the handoff, keeping himself right up the gut. He's got the first down into Cyclone territory at the 42-yard line. Almost like the play he scored on, although that one he had the fake handoff, some more of a read play. And he picks up 10 yards there for the first down. That's their 9th first down of this first half.
He's got deceptive speed. You think he's not running that fast, but those long legs carry him.
1st and 10 for Parkview at the Cyclone 42-yard line. Joyner going to keep it here. Hit in the backfield, able to shake that tackler. Gets to the 41 before he's brought down.
Yeah, that's Trey Potter, number 16, brought him down.
Little Rock Parkview now 142 yards rushing in this first half, just 9 yards passing on 2 of 5. They do have an interception. Caleb Gray Russellville has 6 total yards. When was the last time they had more rushing yards or passing yards? What's going on right now? Russellville needs a stop here. Here's a pass completed to the near side on the screenplay. It's across the 35 and brought down there by, I believe, it's either Booker or Tolan. I think Tolan's on the stop.
One.
And that's just their 3rd completed pass. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short for Parkview, as Fad Raha is the one that had the reception, his first catch of the game.
Well, the quarterback's been going up the middle on 3rd down and short. Let's see if he does it again.
3rd and 3, tight line. They're going to give it to Joyner, trying to bounce it outside, and he ducks it back in. He's got the first down, breaking a tackle at the 30, gets to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 10 on the play. They just turn and hand the ball off, and now we saw this on one of their drives where it was a battle of wills, and they're winning at the line of scrimmage, right at the point of attack. It's the 10th first down for Little Rock Parkview. Cyclones trailing 7-0. 4:17 left to play here in the first half. Defense needs a stop, needs a turnover here. 1st and 10 for Parkview. Ball on the right hash mark. Rogers, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to turn and give it to Joyner once again. He's hit as he crosses the line, but plows forward to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play.
They're really pounding up the middle on the Russellville defense. They think they found some soft spot there, and so far they've been pretty successful. But another good stop on 1st down by the Cyclone defense.
They got some big guys up front, and they're strong. As good as their quarterback is, they're very strong on the offensive and defensive lines. And here Eccles is in the backfield. He's going to get the call. Trying to bounce it outside. Spin move at the 15. He's at the 10, and he's hit and runs out of bounds inside the 10. They're going to mark him out around the 5-yard line. Now you got the wind at your back, but you can't get your offense on the field. Russellville, on this drive of Parkview, just can't stop them. They've gone 9 plays, 62 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal from the Cyclone 5-yard line after the 17-yard pickup there by Eccles. Eccles is still the running back. He's going to turn straight up the gut. He's inside the 5 to the 3. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Time-consuming drive here. 3:15 left to go in the first half. Parkview took over at the 7-minute mark.
That's good gain tackling by the Cyclones. Potter's down at the bottom, so again, way to go, Trey.
Inside the 5 to the 4, 2nd down and goal. Eccles, number 7, stays at running back. This time he's to the left of Rogers. Rogers is going to fake to him, keep it himself, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Rogers now 2 touchdowns, makes it 13-0. He's only carried 6 times for 70 yards. Had 1 big gain on the first touchdown. This one just goes for 4 yards, and they're going to look to try to tack on the extra point, go up 2 scores. 2 touchdowns. This will be Giovanni Roletta to try it into the wind, but it's just an extra point.
Hey, I'm the leader, so get down there.
Extra point is long enough, and it's good. 14-0 our score. Parkview leading it with 2:50 left. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
This is Dr. Christy Bartlett at St. Mary's Regional Medical Center. Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remain our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care you need. St. Mary's is here for you today and always.
Landon Rogers gets his 2nd touchdown carry of the night. Quarterback for Parkview carries it in from 4 yards out. That caps off a 67-yard drive and 11 plays. Drive took 4 minutes and 10 seconds. After the extra point, Parkview leading at 14-0. Russellville has some time. They have 2:50 left to play first half. Wind at their back and all 3 timeouts. Be a big difference if you could go in down 14-7 if they get on the board here. Reveletta, he's just 2 yards behind the line, ready to kick off. This has the makings of a squib kick. They're going to kick it high and short, more of a Sky kick. It's going to be fielded by Gavin Graham at the 25-yard line. He's crossed the 30 and tackled just shy there. I think about the 31 is what they'll give him. So a 6-yard return for Graham, and Russellville will take over there with 2:44 left to play here in the first half.
That really did look like an onside kick formation, didn't it?
Did to me. Or maybe squib it. I was expecting that. Russellville, more of a passing team, but not tonight. They've had -6 yards passing, 2 completions for -3 yards each. They've had 12 yards rushing. You got to get something going, something positive. Kobe Robinson will take the handoff up the middle. He'll gain a couple just shy of the 35.
Well, with Brady breaking to the right, it kind of drew the defense that way and gave a little bit of opening for Kobe Robinson.
Clock rolling, under 2.5 to go first half. You'd like to score. You don't want to punt the ball over to him, though. You just got to get a first down, then go on the 2-minute offense. Whitford back to pass, looking left. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Looking for man-on-man coverage over on that far side as they were going for Stokes over there. That's the first time he's been targeted with a pass tonight. And the clock stops with 2:13 left.
You know, anything deep, it seems like Parkview's had good coverage on our receivers. A couple of times we got in between them, but
Stokes, the lone receiver. No, Brady Burnett's going to join him over on that left side. 2 receivers to the right also. 3rd down and 8 for Russellville. Whitford going to look right. A little wraparound handoff once again. This one will go for a yard to the 35. It'll bring up 4th down and 7. I think that's the second time we've seen that. And now Parkview's going to spend a timeout to try to save some time for their offense. 2:08 left to play first half. Russell's going to have to punt the football away. We'll take a break. Cyclones trailing 14-0. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
When your loved one is faced with the challenge of losing their independence, it's best to have compassionate and personalized care that operates with integrity. Your family will need a resource that works with doctors to serve as a bridge between the healthcare facility and the comfort of your home. You'll need the in-home excellence provided by Trinity Home Health. Trinity Home Health has the highest satisfaction rates from their patients here in the River Valley. If you have a loved one in need, call 479-662-4040. Trinity Home Health. Compassion, integrity, excellence.
Welcome back. The Cyclones looking to punt the football away here on 4th down and 7. And Parkview spending a timeout there to save some time. They have 2 more to play with 2:08 left. Ben Hallmark standing at his own 22-yard line. And mention this again, they have Eccles back there, and he took one the distance, but on a crackback block, they had to, he got called back. So we'll see this one. This is a beautiful kick. Spiral. Eccles, it goes over his head and through his hands. I think he touched it. I think it's a live ball. Hogue back there to make sure that he had to fall on it. Hogue almost picked that up. That's back to the 13-yard line. It ends up being a 52-yard punt, and I am very surprised that Eccles even tried to catch that. It was going way over his head. And, boy, that's fortunate for Parkview because that could have been Cyclone football.
Yeah, it went right through his hands. You were right. He had his hands up and shot right through there.
So Parkview will have the ball at their own 13-yard line, easily their worst starting position. They have 2 timeouts, 1:57 left here in this first half. I bet they keep it on the ground because that's what they've been doing. They've got 177 yards rushing, 16 yards passing, and we have a flag before they even start. A false start going against Parkview. It's their second false start. And this will push them back a little further to the 8-yard line where they'll have 1st and 15. That's the 5th penalty on Parkview for 38 yards. Now they're going to come out with tight formation. 1 receiver. No, okay, they're going to break free with 2 more to left. Rogers checks his wristband, checks the play, and he's going to be back to pass. He's in his own end zone. Throwing out of the backfield is number 1, Joyner, and he's got the 20-yard line before he's tackled out of bounds with 1:49 left to play here in the first half. They give him the 20, so not a first down yet, but a pickup of 12 yards on that play. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the left hash mark. Check that. I said Eccles. It was Joyner on the catch. There wasn't any panic in Rogers there. He was a couple yards in his own end zone. He's looking at 2nd and 3. And he's going to drop back to pass again. Looking to the right. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be well over his intended wide receiver on the far side, Dunnick. It'll stop the clock with 1:42 left and bring up 3rd down and 3. Little Rock Parkview, they've only lost one conference game against Benton. Of course, they've had 2 canceled due to COVID. They did not play Lake Hamilton, and they did not play Greenwood. 2 receivers to each side on 3rd down and 3 for Parkview. Rogers back to pass once again. Looking, nothing there. He's going to roll to his right, still eyes downfield. He's going to stop. He steps up, throws, and it's going to be an incompleted pass. Had a receiver in the area, and that's one where we could say it was a bad pass. Haney was wide open, and he threw it low and to his right. A little surprised he didn't run there on 3rd down and 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he had some room there.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was a surprise they called a running play, which I kind of was, but he had room. All he needed was 3 yards. This stops the clock with 1:32 left, and they're going to have to punt into the wind, snapping the ball at their own 20-yard line. Very surprised, A, that they didn't call a running play, and then B, that Rogers didn't just take off running, because I think he could have easily gotten the 1st down, slid down, and stopped the clock. But we'll take it. Caleb Gray back. This is Brady Burnett. Russellville almost got that one. It's a very high, very short kick. It's going to hit at the 34 and take a Russellville bounce backwards, and it goes to the 27-yard line, and he barely kicked a 1st down on 4th down and 3. That is a 7-yard punt. 7. And, yeah, it was into the wind. He kicked it very high. The problem is the wind took over.
Yeah, it went straight up. It looked like a Roman candle. Really is what it looked like.
A 7-yard punt with no return. And Russellville is in business. They have all 3 timeouts and 1:23 left. This is easily their best starting position. Got to get something going. Caleb Gray goes in motion behind the quarterback. They're going to fake to him, throw. There's Brady Burnett open across the middle. He's got the 20. He's got the 1st down, tackled at the 16-yard line. Ball comes out. It was well after. And Parkview recovered it. They're trying to say that they recovered the fumble. It was well after he was down. That's the first completed pass for Russellville that goes for positive yards. They had 2 completed passes go for -3 yards. This one, though, goes for 12, and Russellville's back on the plus side. Clock rolling, 1:07 left to play here in the first half. Russellville trailing 14-0. Man in motion is Caleb Gray. Is at the 15-yard line of Parkview. Rolling to his left is Whitford. He's going to throw towards the end zone. It's incomplete. He had Burnett short of the end zone. He had Stokes in the end zone. I don't know which one he was going for. It looked like the pass was closer to Stokes, but it was well away from Stokes.
Yeah, Stokes had two defenders around him. It was going to be a difficult pass to get to his hands.
54 seconds left to play first half. Cyclones trailing 14-0. But they're at the Parkview 15-yard line after the 7-yard punt by Little Rock Parkview and a pass complete to Brady Burnett. Plenty of time, especially when you throw in the fact that you got all 3 timeouts. Empty backfield. Whitford throwing to his right, and it's incomplete. Had 2 receivers in the area, but somebody broke the wrong way because that was thrown to the middle, and both receivers had broke to the outside. They're going to say it was intended for Gavin Graham. Caleb Gray was also in the area, and Russellville looking at 3rd down and long.
Yeah, we need to put this in the end zone right here.
And Russellville has not converted a 3rd down yet. They're due. They're 0 of 6. How about right now? This would be a good time to do it. Just get the 10 yards, or heck, just get about 5, and we'll go for it on 4th down. Man in motion is Gray. Whitford looks right, and it's incomplete. Had Salazar coming out, and it was thrown a little bit where it was too hot to handle. Tried to stick up a right hand to knock it down. Couldn't do it. And so on the incomplete pass, Russellville looking at 4th down and 10, and looks like they may try a field goal as Tristan Wheelis is.
He's waiting for his holder.
Yep. And Gavin Graham is running out there. 19 seconds on the play clock. Still plenty of time, and Wheelis has already put down his tee. He said right there is where I want it. And it'll be 32 yards from the right hash mark. It's definitely got the leg, but it is no good. Missed it a little bit right. So Russellville misses a great opportunity after the terrible punt by a Little Rock Parkview of 7 yards, but the Cyclones unable to capitalize, missing a 32-yard field goal, and Parkview will take over with 40 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Russellville needed that, just a shot in the arm, because we had Parkview backed up.
A missed field goal is just like a punt into the end zone, so Parkview will take over at the 20-yard line with 40 seconds left to play here in the first half, leading the Cyclones 14-0. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to hand it off to Joyner. He's up the middle, and he'll gain a couple yards. And this tells me that Parkview's fine going in 14-0, because I don't think they have to snap the ball again. In fact, they just hand it off.
Go ahead.
Parkview's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So they're not worried about this.
They don't have to snap the ball again, but they are huddling up, so we'll see. Looks like they may do it. 18 seconds left to go in the first half. The clock is rolling. They don't have to snap it, but they do. Joyner's going to take it. He cuts it at the 35. And now being dragging tacklers. He's got the first down, still on his feet, churning to the 42-yard line. Well, a 20-yard pickup can change your mind awful quick. There's 5 seconds left, and Parkview's going to call a timeout. The clock stops anyway because of first down. But Parkview's going to call timeout because they're going to figure out, okay, do we want to try the Hail Mary here? The problem is it's a very stiff wind in your face, so they can throw it up, but I don't think he's got the arm against this wind to get it in the end zone, but who knows? He's 58 yards away. Call it 57 because they're giving him the 43-yard line. And this has been a very tough first half for Russellville. They have just 21 yards of total offense. 6 yards through the air, 15 yards on the ground. Parkview with 228 yards. Total yards, 200 of it on the ground, 28 through the air. And when you look at the stats like that, you almost feel fortunate to only be down 14-0. Hey, how about a pick six right here? Let's throw it up for grabs, and Russ will pick it off and take it to the house. That'd be a great way to end the first half.
I believe he'll test the wind. I believe he'll try to throw against it.
Well, they haven't come out in the Hail Mary formation. They have 3 receivers to the right, but they've done this before with a running back in the backfield. But he is going to throw. Rogers back to pass. He's going to step into it, throw it across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, right in the hands of the receiver at the 20-yard line. He dropped it. He's upset at himself, but, hey, if he catches it, he's not going to go anywhere. He had to jump up to catch that one. And we've come to the end of the first half. We'll take a break. Come back with our halftime show. Parkview leading the Cyclones 14-0. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Thanks for listening to this EAB station for your football. This broadcast would not be possible without the support of our local sponsors like Tyson Foods. Today's Cyclone Live is exclusively sponsored by Tyson Foods. Keep it real, keep it Tyson. Whether you're listening in your car, online, or on your phone, no matter how you hear the broadcast, we're proud to be your home for the best in live football. And the next time you're at the store, remember our partners at Tyson Foods. Keep it real, keep it Tyson.
If you love quality pizza, Nonna Bella's Pizzeria at 717 South Arkansas will be your new favorite place. The dough and sauces are made daily with only the freshest and highest quality ingredients. Nonna Bella's has added many new toppings to meet our customers' discerning tastes. For the most original and fresh pizza in Russellville, remember Nonna Bella's Pizzeria. We're currently open for delivery and takeout. Order online at nonnabellas2go.com or call 479-317-1034.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kavu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing at halftime by a score of 14-0. Your thoughts of the first half?
Well, what we said in pregame, Russellville had to stop the run, and this had to be a team effort on both sides of the ball. We've been unable to stop the run. I think the key, the bottom line to the thing is what Parkview is doing on first down on the run. There's been 3 or 4 times we've held them to 2 or 3 yards on first down, and that's great. But the other times they were gaining 8 to 10 to 11, 7 yards, and you just cannot. Well, let me just say it's difficult to beat a team when you're allowing 7 to 8 yards on first down on the ground.
Yeah, and that's what they were doing, and the play calling becomes a lot easier when you do that. And Russellville dodged a couple bullets. I mean, there was an interception by Caleb Gray, and he now holds the record for career interceptions. He's got 11. He was in a 3-way tie with Steiger and Tryon. He now owns that record, so you had that. You also had the 7-yard punt by Little Rock Parkview. Russellville couldn't score on that. And you had the punt return for a touchdown by Parkview that was called back because of a crackback block that they didn't really need. So there's been some things go Russellville's way, but just offensively they just can't get anything going in that first half, and almost like you'd really like to rewind it, start all over, trailing here 14-0 at halftime.
Well, and another key is we just can't run against this defense. And you talked about the 2 defensive tackles that Parkview has. Very difficult to run against them. Definitely going up the middle, you're not going to gain that much yardage, and Russellville has tested that without gaining anything. And so I think they got to go back to what we did. I can't remember if it was Lake Hamilton or Benton, exactly who we did this against, but we had to go back to those quick passes when Winford gets the ball and he just turns and throws a little slant play, about 5-6 yards. If we can just get some things moving, get us moving down the field, I think that will help our offense tremendously.
The wind really hasn't bothered either offensive team. They've bothered the punting team, but Russellville actually overthrew some wide receivers when they were going into the wind, as did Little Rock Parkview. And so that hasn't been as much of a factor with the passing game as we thought. It is cold and windy here tonight, but it has altered the punting game quite a bit. Russellville trailing here at halftime by a score of 14-0. We're going to take a break and go back with the stats of the first half. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, your locally owned, family-owned luxury jewelry establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, is having a really wonderful watch sale right now. 50% off all in-stock Citizen watches now until October 1st. That means Rose Gold, Eco Drive, 50% off. Preview some of these amazing Citizen watches by following Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook and Instagram, or shop online at joshuasfinejewelry.com.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
How can I help you?
Can you turn on the porch light? Can't see anything.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Ow! Not every innovation is helpful, but the new ITMs at First State Bank can help you achieve your banking needs at the push of a button. Interact with local tellers, cash a check, and more, right from your car. Plus, ITMs are open weekdays from 7 to 7. To learn more about First State Bank's new innovative services, go to fsbitm.com.
Maybe you're moving some dirt around the house. Got jobs to do. Well, maybe you don't have what you need. River Valley Tractor has it, and they have great prices and great people. They treat people like you would expect to treat family. Kubota has you covered. Construction equipment, farm equipment, zero-turn mowers. Go by today and see the family at River Valley Tractor, 702 Weir Road in Russellville. Call them today at 968-3795. That's 968-3795.
KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back here at the Cyclone Stadium. The Cyclones trailing at halftime by a score of 14-0, and I really would have been happy just to go down 7-0 just because of the way the stats look. The stats are ugly, but like I said, it's a wonder that we're only down 14-0, and it's because of some key plays in that first half. Well, but we'll give them to you anyway. The stats look like this. 12 first downs for Little Rock Parkview, just 3 for the Cyclones. Little Rock Parkview, 228 yards of total offense. The Cyclones with 21 yards of offense. For Parkview, they have 28 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. The Cyclones with 15 yards rushing and 6 yards passing. When was the last time that happened? It hadn't happened in a few years. Russell's been a passing team for a long time now. 39 plays for Parkview, 25 for Russellville. The time of possession is lopsided also, but as Coach Weaver said, always look at the total plays. Individually for Little Rock Parkview, Landon Rogers throwing the football, 3 of 8 for 21 yards. He does have an interception. Make that 4 of 10 for 28 yards and does have an interception. Rushing, though, he's done pretty well. 6 carries for 70 yards with 2 touchdown carries. He doesn't have the most attempts or the most yards. That goes to James Joyner, 16 carries, 93 yards. Willie Eccles has 6 carries for 38 yards. For the Cyclones, Kobe Robinson leading the way. He has 7 carries for 18 yards in that first half. Braden Whitford, 3 of 16 passing for a total of 6 yards. 2 of his 3 passes were completed passes, but for negative yards. Then had that pass, again on the plus side, to Brady Burnett. He actually has all 3 catches for a total of 6 yards. Gavin Graham has no catches. He was targeted 6 times in that first half. Cyclones 0 of 7 on third down conversions. Little Rock Parkview 3 of 6 on third down conversions. Both teams went for it on fourth down. Both teams did not convert. Little Rock Parkview's was a fake punt. Totally forgot about that when we were highlighting some of the things that went Russellville's way. Russellville actually tackled them for a loss when they went for it on the fake punt. Russellville did miss a field goal after the 7-yard punt and was not able to get on the board as we closed out that first half. We're going to take a break. Russellville trailing 14-0. We'll come back. We'll give you some scores from around the state. We also have this week in Cyclone history. All that's coming up on our halftime show. The Cyclones trailing 14-0 here at halftime. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-style lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Hi, this is Danny Hips, General Manager at Phil Wright Autoplex, and we know that some of our customers who buy from us because of our world-class brands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Toyota, that we are proud that a whole lot of our customers buy from us primarily because of our trustworthy people. And for the past 45 years, we've been earning that trust one vehicle at a time. Order your new vehicle today at philwright.com or come see us at 3300 East Main in Russellville. Because if you haven't bought from us lately, it's because you ain't shopped with us lately. So come see us.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what we need. Professional and fast to see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing here at halftime to Little Rock Parkview 14-0. We'll give you some scores from around the state. We'll look at our conference first. A couple of surprises in here maybe. Lake Hamilton leading Van Buren 24-7. Surprise to me is the halftime score, Mountain Home going over to Siloam Springs, and Mountain Home shutting them out 21-0, shutting out Silent Springs at the half. The game is 6A, number 1 against number 2, Greenwood against Benton. Maybe people thought that Green was going to run away with it. Coach Weaver, you heard, said it'd be a little closer than people think. It's not going to be a blowout, but he thought Greenwood would win by 21. Well, he's on pace because Greenwood leading 28-14 over Benton there. That's a second quarter score. Look at some area schools. We turn to, and John Henderson said it might as well just be Village Academy out of Louisiana. That's going to Clarksville. I never heard of a Louisiana Calvary Baptist or something like that. I think they split off, or they're similar to Evangel out of Shreveport. They traveled 6 hours to go to Clarksville. Coach Peterson of the Philadelphia Eagles once coached there. His son played there. But Clarksville hanging with them, 21-14. That's a second quarter score. Atkins trailing Booneville in the second quarter, 28-8. And also, let's see, Dardanelle leading Mena. That's a second quarter score, 13-7. Pottsville is trailing Ozark at the half, 40-0. So that's a mercy rule. And buddy Josh Edgens says Nelson Bigelow scored 20-0. So we got that one in. There was one more score here I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. And it was the Bryant score, because somebody told me that was close. Here it is. Bryant leading Cabot 21-7. Bryant's a machine. They lead 21-7 there in the second quarter, so Cabot is keeping it close against Bryant, the best team in the state. Well, I don't say this week in Cyclone history, but we're pointing to the game the last time that Russellville played Little Rock Parkview because of what happened in that game. The last time the Cyclones played Parkview, it was in 2013. They actually played the game at J.A. Fair. I don't know if it's J.A. Fair or Little Rock Fair at the time, but it was J.A. Fair. We were there. And now Parkview hosts their games at War Memorial, but this one was at Fair. The Cyclones won the game in 2013, 48-22. But the big news coming out of that was Cody Jones. He set the all-time record for passing yards in a game. He threw for 510 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he did it just on 35 attempts. Russellville was a big play machine in that game. If anybody remembers Cody Jones, 510 yards in the air. If anybody remembers Drew Smith, he had 7 catches for 207 yards, and 3 of those 7 catches were for touchdowns. Jalen Curtis, 6 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. I remember Cochise Temple Laws had 1 of the 6 touchdowns, but that was the last time the Cyclones played Little Rock Parkview. They won the game 48-22. You know, Parkview's not had a winning season since 2009, and they thought they were going to move to an easier conference because they came from the 5A Central where they had Little Rock Christian to deal with and PA. Hey, those are 2 great schools, but they come to the 6A West where you've got Benton, Lake Hamilton, and Greenwood, and what's kept them afloat and a chance for a winning season is they didn't have to play Lake Hamilton or Greenwood because of COVID. But that is what's helped them. Bobby Bolding, their coach, he came over from North Little Rock, actually had a 2-year layoff. Now, their father is Buzz Bolding, the longtime AD at Conway before he retired a couple years ago, and his brother is Coach Bolding, who's now at White House. Bobby Bolding, Brad. Sorry, I'm getting Brad and Bobby mixed up. Bolding is at Whitehall. He actually has 2 state titles at Pine Bluff. So I'm sorry I messed up all the way through that. But Russellville actually owns this series 4-3, very close. Russellville lost the first 3 and then have won the last 4. And what's weird about it, the only time the game was ever close was in 1978. And this is what I wanted to get to. Parkview has won 5 state championships, and they did it in a 6-year span, their last one being in 1978. And Russellville didn't have a great team that year. I mean, not like Parkview, who went undefeated, but it was the only time that Parkview was really challenged that season. They defeated the Cyclones, but only by 4, 21-17. That's been the closest matchup between these 2 schools in this history. Russellville was shut out 2 other times, 16-0, 21-0, and Cyclones have really put it on Parkview the last 4 times that they played, including a couple of 35-7 victories. But Russellville got some work cut out for them if they want to come back and win this game as they trail here by a score of 14-0. We'll go through the scoring summary quickly for you and then take another break before we come back for the second half. Little Rock Parkview, both teams traded punts on their first 2 possessions. And then Little Rock Parkview went 61 yards in 6 plays And 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Scored with 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It was a Landon Rogers 34-yard touchdown run. It came right after a false start penalty. And that made it 7-0 after Revaletta hit the extra point. They scored again with 2:50 left to go in the first half. Rogers again from 4 yards out on a second down and goal play. It was a 4-minute and 10-second drive where they went 11 plays, 67 yards, making it 14-0. Russellville had to punt the football away, and then Parkview punted it back to Russellville, and a 7-yard punt into this win, and Russellville took over at the 27-yard line, could only go 12 yards, missed a field goal with 40 seconds left to play in the first half, and that's been all the scoring and unable to score. But again, we talked about Parkview. They had a touchdown called back on a punt with a crackback block, and so, of course, that bad punt, and they've had a couple other miscues. It really could have gone the wrong direction for Russellville, but Cyclones surviving right now. They got to figure out something to get their offense going in the second half. Trailing here 14-0. We'll take another break, come back with more. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
The right roof starts with the right roofer. That's why you should trust Miller Roofing Company. They're not just good, they're great. Miller Roofing has been serving our River Valley since 1991. Choosing an established company ensures upfront quality and back-end support for your home or business. Did you know the average roofing company lasts only 4 years? Mature, proven, and established companies carry the least risk, and that's what Miller Roofing's all about. Get your free estimate today by calling 479-890-3499 or visit miller-roofing.net.
Hey guys, this is Carl Kirtley with Centennial Bank, and we love tailgates, pep rallies, and Friday night lights. The new school year is here, and nothing brings a community together like football. Now more than ever, Centennial Bank is proud to cheer all the student athletes in the River Valley. Centennial Bank believes the teachers, administrators, and staff of our local schools help make our communities great, and we applaud their persistence, preparation, and hard work during these difficult times. Centennial Bank invites you to be a part of this great tradition and show your support this season. Now let's go play some football. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Well, the highlight for the Cyclones in this first half as they trail 14-0 has been Caleb Gray. Caleb tied the career interception for Russellville High School a few weeks ago against Van Buren on a pick six. He set the mark at 11 now with a interception of Landon Rogers in the first quarter. Put Russellville in pretty good field position at the time too, and now he owns that record. And I'm trying to go back my memory and think. I want to say as a sophomore, I want to say he got 6 of the 11. And what's tough about that is because you kind of get a reputation and people don't start throwing your way. And this year he had a position change where he moved a little bit more to safety. Plus, he's playing a lot more offense, and he rarely comes off the field. At times he's also returning kicks. He hasn't been 100% with a tweaked ankle. But through all of that, was able to set the mark. He was in a 3-way tie. Now he owns the record for most interceptions in a Cyclone career. So congratulations to Caleb Gray. I'll even forgive him for being an LSU Tiger fan if he's going to do stuff like that. So, but seriously, congratulations to Caleb Gray, one of the best kids too on this team. We have a lot of good kids on this team, but I had the pleasure of being his teacher in junior high. Just fine young man and a great kid. It could not have happened to a better kid and a harder worker. So congratulations going out to Caleb Gray. Cyclones trailing here by a score of 14-0. Russellville come out. I think they put just a little bit more time on the clock. And so we can tell you that Little Rock Parkview will get the ball to start the second half. John Henderson, our engineer, if it's okay, we're going to take a 60-second break, if that's all right, and then come back with the second half. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Cozy Furniture on East Parkway across from Comfort Inn and Suites loves and supports the Russellville Cyclones. Come in and see Joey and Dee, your local expert Tempur-Pedic dealers, and get the mattress of your dreams delivered to you free of charge. Check out Cozy Furniture on Facebook and Instagram, or shop online at koziihome.com today. Come visit the knowledgeable staff at Cozy Furniture, where the River Valley shops for Tempur-Pedic. Go Cyclones.
Are you having trouble deciding which Medicare plan will meet your needs? Is your mailbox full of mail from multiple insurance companies regarding different Medicare plans? Hi, I'm Mike Giroux. Finding the right Medicare plan doesn't have to be frustrating and confusing. Help is just a phone call away. Call Giroux & Associates at 479-857-2810 for an appointment and let us help you find a plan to meet your needs. We represent multiple insurance carriers, and we will help you find a plan that is right for you. Call Giroux & Associates today at 479-857-2810 to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 14-0, getting ready to start the second half. Congratulations to the Whirlwinds as they picked up a big victory last night. And we'll talk a little bit about that in the second half. But they defeated Clarksville 34-12. We also want to send our special well wishes to our regular PA guy, Mike Cloud, Hall of Fame member, is in the Cyclone Hall of Fame as Volunteer of the Year. And congratulations to him on that. But he is at home under the weather, and I've been given permission to say it's not COVID-related. Thank the Lord that he was tested. He does not have COVID. He's just not feeling all that well. And so Matt Kordsmeyer filling in for him tonight. But we wish Mike all the best. And we know he's probably tuning in and watching and pulling for the Cyclones. We need to pull a little harder if you can, Mike. Cyclones trailing 14-0. We're getting ready to start the second half.
He wouldn't like this cold weather if he's feeling under the weather.
No. I don't like it, and all we have just a window open. We're protected on three sides. Russellville going to kick off. We think they're going to kick it deep, but you never know with the Cyclones. They can always try to pull out trick play, squib kick, something. We'll see. Tristan Wheelis approaching. The Cyclones' first kick. He kicks this one deep, but the wind at his back goes off the hands of their turn man and through the end zone. So it wasn't altered that way, so it's an automatic dead ball, and Parkview are going to start at the 20-yard line. I like that play. Try to make them go 80. They're really good offense. 228 yards on the ground in that first, or 228 yards total, 200 on the ground. So I like that strategy.
Well, you have to think that they're going to start out on the ground just to test the Russellville defense again to see if they have changed anything.
Okay, it's the first time we've seen Landon Rogers with two running backs in the backfield. He's got this here with James Joyner, number 1, Willie Eccles, number 7. That's three really good runners there, and they're both in front of him. And they're going to hand it off to Joyner running left side, and he's going to be tackled, but not before he gets 5-6 yards at the 26-yard line, just running a little sweep play there. And with Parkview going into the wind, we may see that. They were content to hand the ball off a lot, except at the very end when they were trying to run a 2-minute drill even into this wind. Pick up of 6 on the play, 26-yard line. Second down and 4. Counter play this time. It goes to Eccles, and he gets a yard, maybe. They're going to give him the 26 on that far side, so a pickup of 0 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, Ty Hips in on that stop. Trey Potter was one who made the previous stop, so far good tight defense by the Cyclones.
First drive of the second half. Cyclones trailing 14-0. They get a big third down stop here if they can stop Parkview from going 4 yards. 2 receivers to each side. Hard count by Rogers. Russell doesn't jump. They're showing blitz now, but it's a check with me. Potter has jumped up there in that gap. Now he backs off. And now play clock down to 19. They have a false start. They have a false start. I don't know who jumped. I be honest with you, I didn't see it. I was watching the quarterback check the play because he was looking at that wristband.
I don't know if it was Potter jumping in there as if he was going to blitz caused that, but I was like you. I didn't see anybody move on that line.
It'll move it back to the 21, third down and 9. This may move him towards a more of a passing play. Play clock down to 14. They break the huddle there at the line of scrimmage. Rogers back to pass. Here comes the blitz. He throws it. He throws, but it's complete a pass. They've got enough for the first down across the 40, 45. He may go. He's at midfield, and he's going to go. It's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. There was another crackback block. I was looking for a flag. Russell's not going to get the benefit of the flag there. And on 3rd down and 9, a 79-yard touchdown pass. That's what it's going to go in the books as, but it's more of a 7-yard pass, and then the rest was done by number 1, James Joyner.
Yeah, a little swing pass out to the right, and from then on it's just a foot race, and he was wide open. There wasn't anybody out there on him.
Russellville had blitz from that side, and that's what Rogers did. He threw into that blitz and just got past the Cyclones. They go for 79 yards. It's 20-0. And on to try the extra point is Giovanni Revoletta. Low snap, and Russell can't get to it, but the only reason it wasn't blocked because he pushed it right, and it hit the upright and comes back down. No good. 20-0 our score, though. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
This is Dr. Christy Bartlett at St. Mary's Regional Medical Center. Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remain our number 1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care you need. St. Mary's is here for you today and always.
Well, Parkview's quickest touchdown drive of the game. It just took them a minute 34. They go 80 yards in 3 plays. It was a 79-yard touchdown pass to James Joyner, as we said. Just enough to get the first down. He went down the sideline, never went out of bounds. Cut back at midfield, and he was gone. Extra point was missed as it hit the right upright. 20-0 our score. The Cyclones will get the ball back, but down 20-0. They got to have something positive happen for them on offense. Revoletta, just a 2-yard run-up. They did this sky kick. Looks like they're angled toward the same thing, and he does the same thing. On that right side, it's going to be fielded by the Cyclones across the 35, the 40. That was dangerous because I thought they might call for the fair catch. He is tackled at the 42-yard line. I can't see who that was with the football, but he's got guts over there, whoever caught that. And it's number 21. That's Elijah Clark.
Yeah. And that's a good play by Parkview, hoping they'll fumble the ball if they don't fair catch it, because they had defenders all around it.
Elijah Clark, a backup wide receiver. He's also made state in bowling last year, and Russell's first bowling team. Made as an individual. Russell going to take over at their own 42-yard line, trailing 20-0. Man in motion, that's Burnett. They're going to turn and throw the pass to him. It's complete across the 40, 45 at midfield, and he's tackled. First guy touches him, doesn't touch him until he brings him down in Parkview territory.
That's a good play by Russellville. He was wide open. A little swing pass out to the right. A little fake up the middle with Kobe Robinson.
Well, it's a 14-yard pickup for Russellville, and Brady Burnett has all the 4 catches of the completions of Braden Whitford tonight. 2 receivers to each side. Cyclones looking at 1st and 10 in Parkview territory. Caleb Gray in motion, runs behind Whitford. They're going to throw a backwards pass to him, so it's a live ball. He's able to catch it. He's across the 45, picks up maybe a yard. It'll be a running play because it was a backwards pass. He'll pick up a yard to the 43.
Good pass, but that's a dangerous pass. If he fumbles it or drops it, it's a live ball.
9:35 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Cyclones trailing 20-0. Ball on the 43-yard line of Parkview. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 9. Kobe Robinson to the right of Whitford. Man in motion as Burnett crosses the face of Whitford. Whitford going to roll to his right, looking. And he's going to float it over, complete a pass to Burnett. He's at the 30, 25, and he'll be hit well out of bounds. That's got to be a flag. It's right in front of the official. Coach Farr and Coach Weaver running down to try to get a flag. And now a flag comes in from the White Hat, and another flag comes in. I hope this is just a late flag and not something else, because Coach Farr, I didn't know he could run that fast. He was sprinting over there saying, my guy, you got to protect him. He was a good yard out of bounds. And, yeah, it's the personal foul against – it's the right call. Very late flag, but it's the right call, and it happened right in front of the official there who didn't throw his flag. And kudos to those officials that came in through the flag. They did the right thing because they said, it is a late flag, but it was the right call. And they've already signaled personal foul against Parkview, but they're coming in and said, and maybe that official didn't realize that Burnett was out of bounds. But
well, the white hat man was telling him, hey, he was pointing out of bounds.
Well, to talk about that play too, Gavin Graham was streaking down. They sent 2 guys to cover him, which left Brady Burnett open, and he just ran to an open spot. And credit Braden Whitford for floating one out there. So it's an 18-yard pass play. The personal foul will give Russellville an extra 15 yards, and it's going to put the Cyclones 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. They cannot gain a first down without scoring a touchdown, so the sticks on the far side have been dropped. Russellville has it 1st and goal. Whitford from the right hash, looking right, pumps fakes. He's going to throw the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Almost picked off, as the closest man to it was number 28, Trent Bennett. He was going over there for Caleb Gray. The Cyclones will look at 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, had 2 defenders back there. Gray was between both of them, but I'm sure glad Whitford threw that thing high.
9:04 left to play. 3rd quarter, Russellville trailing 20-0. Something positive happened for Russellville. 18-yard pass play to get the first down, and then the personal foul penalty. Whitford, empty backfield, looking across the mills, complete a couple times to Brady Burnett as he juggled it, but able to catch it and corral it at the 8-yard line. Was pushed backwards, but they'll give him forward progress to the 8. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Brady almost was, I think he was a little surprised that pass was going to him. 3rd down and goal from the 8. Clock rolling, 8:46 left to play, 3rd quarter. Cyclones trailing 20-0. Kobe Robinson to the right of Whitford. 3 receivers to the short side of the field. 1 comes in motion. That's Burnett behind the quarterback. They're going to give it to Kobe Robinson on 3rd down and go, and he'll get almost to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and go. And if you run the football there, that tells me that you're going for it on 4th down. Trying to get a few yards, maybe stick it in the end zone, but that tells me that they're going for it, and they're going to give him the 6. So a 2-yard pickup for Kobe, who has 20 yards on 8 carries. Russellville looking at 4th and goal from the 6. Cyclones trailing 20-0. Trying to get something going here. 2 receivers to both sides. Whitford back to pass on 4th down. Gives it to Kobe Robinson, complete at the 6, and he'll get to the 6, and that's it. So Russellville is going to be stopped on downs here. Completed pass out of the backfield, but Kobe Robinson never got closer than the 6-yard line. And Cyclones fail on an attempt to score and get a little closer than 20 points. Boy, that's hurtful. 2nd time Cyclones have been stopped when it looked like they had a chance. They were in the red zone twice and it's come away empty-handed both times.
Well, we need to stop them down here. We need to hold them, make them punt out of their end zone against that wind.
They're going to turn and hand it off, and this is Joyner. He's across the 5, the 10, and he's dragging tacklers to the 15. Pick up 8 yards on the play. Make it 9 yards, and there's a Cyclone player that's down. Their average is a little down from where it was. At one time, they were averaging over 7 yards on 1st down. It's down to 5.5 yards on 20 of their first downs, and that's given them a lot easy play call. And now they said they got the 16-yard line, so that's enough for a 1st down. Clock stopped 7:42, and we cannot see who the injured player is. This will give us a break here and talk to you about the junior high game last night. Cyclones went to Clarksville, and Clarksville runs a very slow offense, a single wing, and likes to eat up clock. And they scored on their first drive, did a surprise onside kick, got it, scored on their second drive, and Russellville, undefeated in the conference, they didn't even put their offense on the field until they were down 12-0. But when Russellville's offense did get on the field, Clarksville tried another onside kick. Russellville covered at the 47. It took them 1 play to score. Tracy Daniels Went 53 yards on one play to make it 12-7. Tracy Daniels with 5 touchdowns on the night, 4 on the ground, and 1 pass reception. And Russellville won it going away 34-12. But I tell you, I was nervous when it was 12-0. But after Russellville scored on one play, it felt a little bit better. They stopped him, and then next drive was a 3-play drive. And Russellville win it, and that sets up a big game Thursday night. We'll tell you about him in a little bit. The injured player walks off under his own power. That's Trey Potter. On 1st and 10, Rogers going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it, and he's got a big hole on the far side. He's at the 20, 25, 30. Breaks a tackle at the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Big run there by Landon Rogers, the quarterback.
He has a good fake to his running back going up the middle, and he just pulled the ball out and kept it.
That's a 25-yard pickup. Salazar will check out for Russellville. Russellville subbing in some players now as off and on as Parkview is taking their time on this drive. Russellville unable to score, turn the ball over on downs inside the 10. Parkview working against the wind, and here's the handoff to Joyner. He's across the 40 to the 45, 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on 1st down. Cyclone Junior High team will host Little Rock Christian on Thursday night. It's a battle of unbeaten teams in the conference. So it's for the conference championship. Thursday night here at Cyclone Stadium. We'll be streaming it for you if you can't make it out here. 2nd down and 5. Rogers back to pass, looking left. He's going to throw, and short hops the receiver. Receiver was out here alone. He would have been about a yard shy of the 1st down, but that wasn't a very good pass out to Haney here.
No, and it was a hard pass, too. It had to be because we had a defender in front. I don't know the number. I didn't see who it was, but if it had been off the ground, it could have been a pick 6.
It was a Tolan, but, yeah, it was. He had a cushion, and he's not really been on target with a lot of his passes. Tonight, I know he has a 79-yard touchdown pass, but that was a 7-yard pass that went the distance. 20-0 our score, 3rd down and 5. And Rogers going to call his own number. He plows forward, and he's very close to a 1st down. And on the far side, they say he got it.
That's Trey Potter again on the tackle.
Well, good to see him back in there. 6 yards on the pickup. He's now over 100 yards. Landon Rogers, 101 yards on 8 carries, a couple of touchdowns. But when you think of a run quarterback, you'd think he'd have more than 8 carries, but he doesn't run the ball much, but very effective when he does. He's got the potential to, but they do spread it around. High snap, he's able to give it off to Eccles. He dodges him at the 45, and he may go the distance. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. That's going to make it 26-0 Parkview. Parkview just having their way with Russellville right now. And Russellville misses on the opportunity down here at one end, and then we have a 94-yard drive for a touchdown for Little Rock Parkview. 48 yards on the touchdown run by Eccles. And that's his first touchdown of the game, making it 26-0. They're going to kick the extra point, not chase points. Revaletta, I'll try the point after. He missed the last one as it hit the right upright. He misses this one to the right. 26-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
When your loved one is faced with the challenge of losing their independence, it's best to have compassionate and personalized care that operates with integrity. Your family will need a resource that works with doctors to serve as a bridge between the healthcare facility and the comfort of your home. You'll need the in-home excellence provided by Trinity Home Health. Trinity Home Health has the highest satisfaction rates from their patients here in the River Valley. If you have a loved one in need, call 479-662-4040. Trinity Home Health. Compassion, integrity, excellence.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 26-0 on that drive. 94 yards in just 6 plays. Took 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Willie Eccles, number 7, a 48-yard touchdown run. That was a backbreaker. Russellville trailing 20-0, and they had it 1st and goal at the 10. They were stopped on downs. They could only pick up 4 yards, and Parkview turns it around for points for them. Fortunes could have changed maybe if we'd be looking at 20-7 with a kickoff. And now it's 26-0. Here's a wobbly sidewinder. It's going to bounce at the 26-yard line, picked up by Gavin Graham. He's across the 30, 35, and gets to the 38-yard line.
Good field position for Russellville to start his drive. We need to come down and score.
Well, Graham has not been involved much in the offense. They've tried to go to him several times, but just not been able to make any connection right now. But it's good to see him get the carry there. I think he's returned a couple kickoffs for Russellville so far. This one, he takes to the 38, and Russellville going to come out with a trick play formation. They've got an offensive lineman to the left side, just two offensive linemen on the ball, a center and a right guard. And now, Coach Boulding of Parkview, no, Cyclones are going to take a timeout with 15 seconds left. Okay, they switched it. I was saying, why would Russellville take a timeout? It was Parkview. Russellville had two offensive linemen next to the wide receiver on the left side, way out there near the numbers. They just had two offensive linemen over the ball, a center and a right guard. And actually what had happened was Braden Whitford, the quarterback, actually stepped up and stepped to his left, and it looked like Christian Salazar was about to take the snap, and Parkview burns a timeout. We saw this formation last night at the junior high game. Clarksville tried to open the game with it, and they had all the offensive linemen on the left side with a running back behind him. And they ended up running just the quarterback keeper, I think, on it. So I don't know what that could have been. You wonder if Russell's going to come right back with it. But Parkview didn't want to be tricked. They're probably talking about it right now, so hey, they may not do this now, but if they do it again, this is how we want to defend it. They do burn a timeout. We're keeping it right here. It's just a quick timeout. Russellville looking at 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. We'll be streaming on our YouTube channel, Cyclone Booth YouTube, the junior high game Thursday night. And Russellville is going to come out in the same formation. They have three offensive linemen and Trenton Stokes on that left side. It's going to be a direct snap to Salazar, straight up the gut, and he's got some room. He's getting in midfield. It's a 40, 30, 25, 20. Breaks a tackle at the 20, cuts back left, and stumbles inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. How about that?
Yeah, they when he cut back, I think one of the players dove at him and hit his ankle. But a great run by Salazar.
54 yards by Christian Salazar. He comes out of the game. He's upset he didn't score. He broke a tackle at the 20. That caused him to probably lose his footing there. Russellville looking at 1st and goal from the 8. Here's a pitch play to Latrell Thomas, and he's going to be cut down with a yard loss back at the 9-yard line. I like the fact they came out in the same formation. That's the first carry for Latrell Thomas. It loses a yard back to the 9, 2nd and goal. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Russellville trailing 26-0. Taking their time. Coach Farr is the offensive play caller. He doesn't have the headset on. And he's signaling in, and now Russellville making some changes as Latrell Thomas comes out. Kobe Robinson back in. Two receivers to each side. Robinson to the left of Whitford, the quarterback. Gray comes in motion behind the quarterback. Backwards pass to him, and no, they're going to say it's a forward pass, so it's incomplete. That's good, too. But the official right there, as soon as he threw it, had his arm out, meaning, hey, this is a forward pass. I'm glad, because otherwise that's a free ball bouncing over there.
Yeah, and there are two defenders out there. Parkview wasn't surprised by that play at all.
That trick play of 54 yards put Russellville over the century mark at total yards. Just 111 total yards, but knocking on the door here, 3rd down and go. Whitford throwing to the end zone on the far side, incomplete. Nice little play action was going to Burnett over on that far side. It'll bring up 4th down and goal.
I think we're going to kick a field goal, get some points on the board.
Russellville's missed a field goal. They've turned the ball over on downs in the red zone. This is the 3rd trip to the red zone, and they're at least going to line up for it.
Well, I think it'll give us a boost if we can just put some points on the board, and I think that's what the coaching staff's thinking about.
This will be 27 yards. Graham, the holder. It's long enough, and it is good. The Cyclones get on the board. They trail 26-3 with 4:28 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Thanks for listening to this EAB station for your football. This broadcast would not be possible without the support of our local sponsors like Tyson Foods. Today's Cyclone Live is exclusively sponsored by Tyson Foods. Keep it real, keep it Tyson. Whether you're listening in your car, online, or on your phone, no matter matter how you hear the broadcast, we're proud to be your home for the best in live football. And the next time you're at the store, remember our partners at Tyson Foods. Keep it real. Keep it Tyson.
Welcome back. The Cyclones kicking a field goal, getting on the board, but they trail 26-3. We'll give you the details of the scoring drive. We'll do it right now because they're taking some time here. 53 yards on the drive in 5 plays. 54 of it was actually on 1 play. And it was Tristan Wheelis from 27 yards out. They got the extra point. Wheelis on to kick off, and he's got the ball off the tee, laying sideways. It's going to be a spinner, and it's going to be fielded by Parkview at the 47-yard line. And so the onside kick doesn't work. Parkview gets it, and they'll have the ball at their own 47. Christian Salazar on that carry. Longest play of the night for Russellville on that trick play, 54 yards. They got the fans going a little bit, too, on that play.
Salazar showed some speed there that he had.
Cyclones will be on the road next week. Long way to go to Mountain Home. Last check, Mountain Home was shutting out Siloam Springs in that first half. We'll give you some scores and update as we go. Rogers back to pass, throwing near side, goes off the hands of the receiver, and he took his eyes off it the last thing. It was a little high, but Haney should have had that, and he took his eyes off it because he heard footsteps. And that's been their issue this season of receivers just dropping passes. Now, Rogers has not been that accurate. He's 4 of 11 tonight for 100 yards. Realize quite a bit of that 79 came on 1 play on a little swing pass, but that one he was on target with. Man in motion, it's Joyner. They're going to fake to him, and Rogers going to keep it himself. He's across midfield to the 48, a pickup of about 5 on the play.
I think another thing is Rogers throws it so hard.
Yeah, if you listen to Cyclones Live or listen to our pregame show, that's exactly what Coach Weaver said. There's a lot of smoke on it, and his receivers can't handle it. It's 5 yards on that pickup. Landon Rogers, the University of Arkansas verbal commitment, has 9 carries, 106 yards, a couple touchdowns. We'll see if he's going to call his own number here. Pistol formation, haven't seen this tonight. Running back right behind him, he's going to hand off to Joyner, and he's going to be wrapped up after a gain of yard. And Dalton Hallmark there to make the stop.
I like the way Dalton tackles. He wraps them up completely. They're not going to get away.
Well, they're at least looking like they're going to line up to punt. They did run a fake punt on a 4th down and long, and Russellville stopped them for a loss. But here, kicking into the wind with 3:25 left to play third quarter and a 23-point lead, you think they're actually going to punt this one away. This is number 17, T.J. Jordan. He's not the one that ran the fake punt. Russellville coming after it, but they didn't get close to it. It's a bad punt. This went off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the 32. Go out of bounds. They're going to mark it dead at the 33-yard line. He had a 7-yard punt earlier. I'm sure it's wind aided because this wind is really stiff tonight. That one just 15 yards. Jordan's going to be happy to see the fourth quarter so he doesn't have to kick into this wind anymore. Cyclones start their own 33-yard line. Last drive they ended in a field goal. Cyclones trailing by 23 here. 3:05 left to play in the third quarter. Cyclones will be back here 2 weeks from tonight at Cyclone Stadium to close out the regular season hosting Siloam Springs. They will be making the playoffs as everybody's making plus. Now trick play formation once again. This time all the offensive linemen to the right side. And Salazar is going to take the snap. A lot of movement. I think we'll get a false start against Russellville. No one signaling offsides. And what that means is the Cyclone player stepped into the neutral zone.
No, it's against
okay, good,
Parkview.
Good. I say if it's offsides on us, that means we stepped into the neutral zone. But no, it's a penalty on Parkview. So that's the 8th penalty on the Patriots of 63 yards. It'll give the Cyclones a 1st and 5. Let's see if they do it again. They do. They're going to run 3 offensive linemen to the right side with Stokes and Gray behind them. 2 offensive linemen over the ball. And now we have another flag on the play, offsides against Parkview. Yep. And they're stepping into that neutral zone, and now they're going to call a timeout. So that I don't know why what's going on. To be honest with you, I'm not seeing how they're stepping across. But that's going to give the Cyclones a 1st down via the penalty, and they're using their 2nd timeout to talk it over. We're going to take a quick break. Russellville trailing 26-3. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
If you love quality pizza, Nonna Bella's Pizzeria at 717 South Arkansas will be your new favorite place. The dough and sauces are made daily with only the freshest and highest quality ingredients. Nonna Bella's has added many new toppings to meet our customers' discerning tastes. For the most original and fresh pizza in Russellville, remember Nonna Bella's Pizzeria. We're currently open for delivery and takeout. Order online at nonnabellas2go.com or call 479-317-1034.
Russellville on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Kobe Robinson running left side. He's across the 40. Stiffed arm to man. He gets across midfield to the 49-yard line.
That's a good run by Kobe going to the left side.
Well, Russellville did not get to run that trick play. They lined up twice. Both times Parkview jumped off sides. This time they just go straight forward for an 8-yard pickup for Kobe. He's got 27 yards on 9 carries. 2nd down and 2 coming for the Cyclones at the 49 of Parkview. Whitford back to pass, throwing left, complete a pass to Stokes. This one's going to go backwards, a loss of 2 on the play. That's the 3rd pass for the Cyclones that has lost yardage tonight. Russellville, 117 yards of offense, 39 through the air, 78 on the ground. I'd have to go back and look and see when the last time this happened. On 3rd down and 5, Russellville trick formation once again. Salazar took it last time, but this time Whitford's going to catch it. Roll to his left, throwing, complete a pass to Brady Burnett. He's got the 1st down, steps out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
Parkview was away from that ball. They were not going to get caught offsides this time.
Yeah, back-to-back offsides. Last time Russellville came out in that formation. Brady Burnett now, 7 catches for 46 yards. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones at the Patriots' 45-yard line, trailing 26-3. Here's Kobe Robinson straight up the gut. He's across the 40 and tripped up at the 38-yard line.
Another good run by Kobe right up the middle.
Russellville's not had a 100-yard rushing game all year. Kobe still a ways from that, but 10 carries, 44 yards. I think that's the most yards he's had running the football. Empty backfield as he's out of the backfield. Whitford's going to call his own number on the quarterback draw. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 35, inside the 30 to the 29.
Parkview's getting a little bit of their own medicine now. Us running right up the middle on them.
Give him the 29-yard line. Good pickup there. For Brad Whitford checking to see. He's got 6 yards on 3 carries, but remember, quarterback sacks comes off the rushing totals for quarterbacks. There's a backwards pass to Brady Burnett. He's going to throw it downfield on the trick play. He's looking for Caleb Gray and just off his fingertips out of the end zone. And Brady's a little upset with himself. That was just off. And Caleb Gray, he did everything he could to try to catch that ball and left no doubt on it.
I like that call. You've got to stun this defense because they've just had their way with Russellville.
2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones at the 29-yard line at Parkview. Russellville changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be Kobe Robinson. Spins his way for a couple yards to the 27. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for Russellville. Russellville going quickly here, trailing 26-3 with under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Russellville still the wind at their back. And they're going to line up once again in this trick formation, running 2 offensive linemen all over the ball. Whitford back to pass. The ball is knocked loose. It's picked up by Trevion Traylor. He's at the 33-yard line. It's going to take a load of Patriots to bring him down. In fact, they never do. They didn't. Now a flag is down. It's in the area of holding, but that draws some applause from the fans because they hit it with everything they had, and they couldn't bring down the big guy. Trevion Traylor, the right tackle, picked it up. We're going to have a hold against Russellville. They're going to lose yards on the play anyway. So Bolding is saying, hey, just decline it.
You know, I might try to work Traver into the offensive scheme here. Let him be at halfback or fullback and give him the ball. He was wanting to run with it.
Yeah, he was.
Could have easily fell on it to recover the fumble, but he picked it up, and as you said, they hit him with everything.
It's going to bring it 4th down and 14. 31 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And now they're starting the clock. Russellville with Wentz their back going to go for it here. Might take a shot at the end zone. Whitford, empty backfield. He's going to throw across the middle. It's complete to Brady Burnett, but well shy of the first down as he's brought down at the 28-yard line. Russellville needed 14, and they got about 5 on that play. So Parkview will take over on downs. Well, Russellville's made it exciting the last 2 drives, but only have 3 points to show for it. Little Rock Parkview will take over at their own 28-yard line. 412 yards of offense for the Patriots, 305 of it on the ground. And they're going to throw a little pass out of the flat. It's complete at the 32, breaking a tackle at the 35, and then knocked out of bounds around the 40 is Fawad Raha. And number 38 gets the first down for the Patriots. Clock is stopped with 9 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. This could be the last play depending on what happens. Russellville, if they're going to make a comeback, got the work cut out for them, and they'll be going into the wind doing it. Rogers going to hand off straight up the gut. This is Joyner. He's across the 45 to the 48. Pickup of 8 yards on the play, and that could be the last play, and it is the last play of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Cyclones trailing 26-3. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Founders Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Founders invite you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing it by a score of 26-3 as we start the fourth quarter. Parkview looking at 2nd down and 2 at their own 48-yard line. Rogers going to take a shot way downfield. Had a man open by about 4 yards, but overshot number 12, Jacqueline Haney. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Boys got the arm, but didn't have the accuracy on that one, thank goodness.
Yeah, he had got behind our defenders, and he was wide open. If he had caught that, it just walked right in for a score.
Yeah, he'd have to catch it in stride on that. Greenwood leading Benton in the third quarter, 35-20. On 3rd down, Rogers going to call his own number, hit at the 49, plows forward to get the first down into Cyclone territory at that 49. Other scores in our conference. Lake Hamilton all over Van Buren, 38-7. That's a third quarter score. Last we heard, halftime score, Mountain Home leading Silent Springs 21-0. I don't know when the last time we had a game at 8:54 and we were in the fourth quarter. It seems like we have the longest games, but not tonight. Russellville trailing by 23. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Parkview, 1st and 10. And going to a knee to make the catch in the flat is Raha, and he catches at the 43. Put your knee down, it's an automatic, you're automatically down. So short arm to pass there on Rogers. I can say he's not been the most crisp passer that we've seen, but remember he had injured his right hand last week against Van Buren. Not sure how bad it is. They're not being open about it. Don't blame him. I wouldn't either. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They do have an S-back. Usually means a run. Joyner's going to take it following that S-back. If he can bounce it outside, he's across the 40. Gets the first down inside the 35 to the 34.
This may be all we see Parkview do for the rest of the game is just run the ball. They're eating up the clock and eating up the yards as well.
Joyner now, 131 yards rushing. He's been their leading rusher so far, but they have two players over 100 yards in the quarterback, Landon Rogers. Rogers going to hand off two this time as Eccles. He's got the first down, still running as he's across the 20, inside the 20 to the 15 before Russellville stops him. They've been able to do whatever they want to on the ground, and Coach Weaver said we want them to pass and we think we can have some success, and Russellville has picked off Rogers, but 343 yards on the ground for the Patriots. First down and 10 for Parkview at the Cyclone 16-yard line. Russellville trailing 26-3, 9.5 to go. Not going to say it gets easier for Russellville, but Mountain Home and Siloam Springs are very good. They're not as tough as what Russellville has seen in playing Greenwood, Lake Hamilton, and now Parkview. Rolling to his right is Rogers. He's going to be hit and sacked back at the 26-yard line. Mr. Ty Hips. How about that?
Good play by Ty Hips coming in there, not letting him get away from him. Brought him down around by the ankles.
He tackles the future Razorback. 10-yard loss on the sack, making it second down and 20. And it comes off the rushing totals, and Landon Rogers actually has now not rushed for 100 yards because he lost 10 yards. He's down to 99 on 11 carries.
I don't understand that play, really, if you're having success running the ball.
Yeah.
Why roll your quarterback out to pass?
The easiest thing in the world to do is turn around and hand the ball off. Second 20, they may be throwing it now. They are throwing left side, thrown on the far side, complete at the 20, at the 15, and we have a flag back here at the 20-yard line, away from the ball. We'll have to wait, or away from the play. Hunter Austin on the pass reception, but we'll have to wait and see. They're coming over the white hat, and they're checking to see an eligible man downfield. We got to stay within that 2-3 yard box there. They didn't, so it'll negate the pass play. It's going to move Parkview back even more. It comes from the line of scrimmage, and put it back at, well, it was at the 26, so they haven't started it yet. All right. So a penalty moves it back to the 32-yard line. There we go. So 5-yard penalty, now second and 26. Took them a while to figure that one out. I think because the stick that marked where the line of scrimmage was had already moved. Rogers back to pass on second forever. He's going to heave it far side. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. That was almost a jump ball over there on that far side. Ty Hips on the coverage of Hunter Austin.
Yeah, good defense by Ty. He's staying with him.
Well, Austin wasn't open. They were trying to squeeze one in there to bring up third down and 26. 7 of 17 for Rogers, 125 yards. Remember, 79 of it was on one play. 8:03 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones trailing 26-3. And Russellville wants them to throw it, even if they have success. They knew they had a better chance to stop it, and they're going to get their wish right here. Rogers back to pass. He's going to step up. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to run. We have a flag back here for holding. He's across the 25, at the 20, angling left. Breaks the tackle there. He's at the 15, the 10-5 touchdown. But I think even he knows that it's coming back. We have a hold back here at the 34-yard line. They tackled the defensive end for Russellville. And I think even Rogers saw it, and I'm surprised he didn't run out of bounds, but you could tell by the way he was running, he knew that play was coming back. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot, and this is going to be more than a 10-yard penalty. The flag is right between the 33 and the 34-yard line. Trevion Traylor will check back in for Russellville after getting a quick breather. Replaces Luke Covington. And Parkview had first and 10 at the Cyclones 16-yard line. We had a sack, a penalty, an incomplete pass, and another penalty. And they are looking at third down and 38. If they have the punt from here, their punter is going to be on his own end of the field when they had first down at the 16-yard line.
If they decide to run this thing, we have got to get a sure tackle on this guy.
7:40 left to play in the ball game. Cyclones trailing by 23. Rogers back to pass. He's going to have to step up, hit as he throws it short. It's incomplete. If it would have been complete, it would have only been a pickup of 5 yards. They went to Raha. And fourth and 38, so they're going to punt with the wind at their back. Not a happier guy right now than their punter, T.J. Jordan.
I know we had help from the penalties, but, boy, the defense played good out there, knocking down passes and getting that sack.
The punter, George, had a 7-yard punt and a 15-yard punt into the wind, and now he gets the wind at his back. Brady Burnett back at the 12-yard line for Russellville. And this one's a bad punt. With the wind at his back, goes off the side of his foot, hits at the 20, and takes a big Parkview roll. It's from the 20 and rolls inside the 5 and down at the 1-yard line.
1 foot line, looks like.
And he got helped by the because that hit just past the 20-yard line. Helped by a bounce, but that's part of it. Russell's going to have the ball. Well, now they put it just past the 1-yard line. To be honest with you, I thought they touched it around the 2, right where they got it. So good spot there by the official. 42-yard punt with no return. Cyclones take over at their own 2, trailing 26-3 with 7:14 left to play in the ball game. Well, the scoreboard show coming up at 10 o'clock. Runs all the way to midnight here in 102.3. Whitford going to go under center, handoff up the gut, and I think they might have made the line of scrimmage. That's it. Big pile there, and I couldn't see who had the ball. It was Latrell Thomas. I think that's just his second carry tonight.
With Whitford under the center, I thought he might take it up the middle.
He's going to go shotgun. No, he's going to step up and take it under center again. Tight formation. Receiver to each side. Whitford going to throw on the slant, and it's incomplete. Tried to go to Gavin Graham, and throw was behind him. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Like that idea, though, because we throw that a little shorter, or a little lower, I should say. He's got it. They've really done a good job on Gavin Graham. He's been targeted 7 times, but doesn't have a catch yet. Whitford now 10 of 27 for 50 yards. 3rd down and 10. The Cyclones at their own 2-yard line. Kobe Robinson now in the backfield. He'll go out of the backfield, empty set. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left, and Whitford going to take it on the quarterback draw just to get some space. He gets across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Just trying to get some space for your punter is the reason why you run that, or maybe try to catch him napping. They give him the 5-yard line, so Ben Hallmark going to have to punt into the wind and in the shadow of his own goal line. His goalpost he's standing kind of underneath that a little bit. And the return man is all the way back up at the Cyclone 32-yard line. Low snap, able to handle it, gets it away. It's a wobbly kick going to hit at the 25, and it's going to roll across the 30, across the 35, and roll dead at the 36-yard line. Now into the stiff wind, that's about as best you're going to get. 31-yard punt for Hallmark, no return. So Parkview going to have the ball at the Cyclone 36-yard line.
I don't know if Hallmark did it on purpose, but he kept it low, and that was a good thing.
Hallmark also the backup quarterback for Russellville, also the starting quarterback on the JV team. The JV picked up a win against Clarksville on Monday night. JV team playing really well. They play on Monday nights. 5:58 left to go in the game. Cyclones trailing 26-3. Here's a toss on the far side to Joyner, and he'll get 2 or 3 yards inside the 35-yard line to the 33. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Joyner now 134 yards rushing on 23 carries. Clock rolling, 5.5 to go in the ball game. Parkview out of the pistol formation, and we have stop a play. That's going to be a false start. Somebody on the line jumped, I believe, and it is a false start against Parkview. Well, that's one of the things that they have not done well. They've shot themselves in the foot quite a bit. They've got 12 penalties for 90 yards.
And they've been penalties that's been obvious to everybody. It's not like the officials are picking on them.
Parkview doesn't, not in a hurry. Why should you be? You're up 23. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the game. Clock rolling. Cyclones going to be back here at Cyclone Stadium 2 weeks from tonight, closing out the regular season, hosting Siloam Springs. There's a pass, and it's going to be tipped but complete to Raha. He's across the 25-20 and stopped at the 17-yard line, and Caleb Gray says, my bad, but he almost knocked that ball away. I applaud the effort there by Caleb diving to try to stop that.
Yeah, good job by Caleb.
Yeah, just not tall enough. Didn't have long enough reach. That goes down to the 17-yard line. A pickup of 21 yards on the pass play. It's first down for the Patriots. 4.5 to go. Cyclones trail by 23. Here's Eccles. He's inside the 15, trying to bounce it outside the 10. Cuts it back up inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. It's a first down for the Patriots. And he's over 100 yards rushing. The only one not over 100 yards is Landon Rogers. He was over 100 yards, but then had a quarterback sack that took him at 99. I bet he gets a chance to run this one in. He's got 2 touchdown carries tonight. It's first and goal for the Patriots at the 6-yard line. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the game. Rogers is going to hand off, and they're going to stop him at the line of scrimmage. In fact, I think he lost a yard. I couldn't tell. That looked like a new running back in there on that carry. Yep, it's number 18, Walter Hobbs.
Number 16, Trey Potter, in on the bottom of that stack, stopping him.
Bring up second down and goal for the Patriots from the Cyclones' 7-yard line. High snap. They give it to Hobbs once again, and again he's going to be hit, but this time leans forward to get a yard.
Combination of Caleb Gray and Ty Hips bringing him down.
Our buddy Rick Elliott tells us Lake Hamilton, 44-7, a mercy rule over Van Buren. I really didn't see that coming. I didn't see the mercy rule in that one. Of course, at last check, double-digit lead for Greenwood over Benton, 38-20 in the third quarter. Here on third down and goal, it's going to be Joyner starting left. He's inside the 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And Joyner carries it in from 6 yards out, and it'll be 32-3. Little Rock Parkview leading. That's the first touchdown tonight for James Joyner. 140 yards rushing. Reveleta's missed the last 2 extra points, hit his first 2. Rogers the holder. And he kicks this one, and this one is good. Make it 33-3. Patriots lead it. We'll take a break with 2:34 left to go in the game. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, your locally owned, family-owned luxury jewelry establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, is having a really wonderful watch sale right now. 50% off all in-stock Citizen watches now until October 1st. That means Rose Gold, Eco Drive, 50% off. Preview some of these amazing Citizen watches by following Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook and Instagram, or shop online at joshuasfinejewelry.com.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 33-3 here on that scoring summary. Parkview goes 36 yards in 6 plays, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Joyner a 6-yard touchdown run on third and goal. The extra point was good, making it 33-3. Greenwood now leading Benton 42-20. That's a fourth quarter score. Here's the kickoff, and Burnett's going to take it at the 2-yard line. Checked his feet, see if he was in the end zone, and he's not. He's across the 10, 15, stops there, and he's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line. We have a flag back at the 13-yard line. And it's going to be against Russellville. It's a hold, so it's going to be from the 13. So I'll give Brady Burnett an 11-yard return. Cyclones are going to be penalized here half the distance to the goal. Or half the distance of the to the goal. Yeah, that's right. And sorry, it's sometimes cold when you're in cold weather. The lips don't work. Put them back at the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Okay, now they put the flag down at the 11. If they do that, it's going to put us closer to the 6. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, when he threw the flag, it hit one of our players, and I think it bounced the other way when it hit him.
Well, if you don't want to go to Lake Hamilton, Mountain Home next week, don't worry about it. We'll go, and we'll have the game for you here on 102.3 and also stream it live on the internet. Russellville with some backups in. Ben Hallmark's in at quarterback. And the handoff goes for a couple of yards, and I can't tell. Is that Salazar? No, it's number 30. That's 30. It's Sorrells. Ashton Sorrells. That's right.
30.
He had a touchdown reception. I'll talk about that here in a minute in the JV game. Hallmark rolling to his left, stops. He's going to throw, sidearms it, incomplete. So get this, Sorrells on Monday night had a pass reception, went for a touchdown. He actually ran about 3 yards, dropped it, picked it back up. And
that pass was intended for number 5, Bose, who's in there.
No, it's just sit right in there. Yeah, just stick it in there. I guess the wind knocked it out. Thanks.
I think somebody got our crowd mic.
Yeah, I'm having to tell him to put it back in. So on this 3rd down play, Russellville going to get the 1st down. How about that? Ben Hallmark on the carry.
Yeah. Quarterback carry right up the middle. Parkview substituting quite a few of their players.
Russellville got it to the 17-yard line for the 1st down. Here's the handoff to Sorrells. He's drugged down at the 15. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and long. Under a minute to play. Cyclones never really in this game once it got going. They fell behind 14-0. That was our halftime score, and the stats looked like they should be down worse than they were. Never really got anything going. Hallmark back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to throw for the near sideline. It's going to be incomplete. He was throwing over here to Alec Bowles. It stops the clock with 29 seconds left to go in the game. Russellville looking at 3rd down and 12. Ben Hallmark, a sophomore. His brother's on the offensive line. Fakes it, takes it himself. He's across the 20, and he's upended there at the 23-yard line.
Good game by Ben.
Yeah. It'll bring up 4th down and 4. Russellville does not have to snap the ball again. We'll see if they want to go ahead and try to get the 1st down here. 11 seconds left to go in the game. I think Cyclones are content to let the clock run out. Russellville loses it here by a score of 33-3. We'll take a break. Come back with your post-game show. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Well, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, we appreciate you joining us. The Cyclones lose it by a score of 33-3. We're still on break here on the radio. On our Facebook page, here in about probably an hour, we'll post the stats for you. Cyclones lose it by a score of 33-3. They will be on the road at Mountain Home next week. We'll make the long trip up for you, and we'll be on the air a little bit before 7 with the here on YouTube and at 6:30 on the radio. Russellville falls to 1-7 on the season. Loses it here to Parkview once again by a score of 33-3. Thanks for joining us.